Your life is not failing because your dream is too big. It is failing because your routine is still loyal to the old version of you. You keep asking for a new life while giving your best hours to the same pattern that built the current one. And the pattern is not confused. It is doing exactly what you trained it to do. You know the feeling. You can see the future clearly at night. You can imagine the business, the body, the room, the freedom, the money, the discipline, the quieter confidence. For a few minutes, the dream feels close enough to touch. Then morning arrives. The phone is still where it always is. The first hour still belongs to reaction. The messages get checked before the work begins. The tabs open before the plan is touched. The old chair pulls you back into the same posture. The same meals, the same scrolling, the same late start, the same unfinished promise. Nothing dramatic happens. That is why it is dangerous. The old routine does not destroy your dream with one loud betrayal. It drains it quietly. One delayed start, one soft exception, one unprotected hour, one night where you call exhaustion wisdom, even though you know you gave your energy away before the work ever got a chance. And because the damage is quiet, you keep underestimating it. You keep thinking the next version of your life will arrive once your desire becomes strong enough. But desire is not the carrier. Routine is the carrier. Whatever your routine carries every day becomes your life. In the forge, a blacksmith does not use weak old tongs to carry new steel through greater heat. He knows better. The old tongs may have worked for smaller metal. They may have served a previous season. They may even feel familiar in the hand. But when the steel is hotter, heavier, and meant for a sharper blade, the wrong tool becomes a liability. It slips, it bends, it shakes at the exact moment pressure rises. And if the blacksmith keeps trusting it, the problem is not the fire. The problem is the tool he refuses to replace. That is what your old routine is. It was built for the life you already have. It was built for comfort, recovery, distraction, survival, approval, and small promises. It knows how to preserve the current identity. It knows how to keep you familiar. It knows how to help you feel busy without forcing you to become different. But the life you keep describing requires more than desire. It requires a routine that can carry heat, a routine that can hold focus when the mood drops, a routine that can protect the first hour before the world gets a vote, a routine that can make progress boring enough to repeat. Most people try to carry a new dream with an old day. They change the vision board, but not the morning. They change the goal, but not the calendar. They change the language, but not the leak. They want a new identity while leaving the old pattern in charge of the door. Then they wonder why the dream keeps cooling in their hands. The forge is not sentimental about old tools. If the tongs cannot hold the steel, they get replaced. Not hated, not dramatized, replaced. Some routines were useful when you were surviving. Some routines kept you calm during a hard season. Some routines helped you cope when you did not have the strength to build. Respect that. Then be honest enough to admit when the tool has expired. The old version of you needed escape. The new version needs evidence. The old version needed to feel ready. The new version needs a start time. The old version needed a long explanation. The new version needs one protected block. And this is where most people lose. They try to add a new habit on top of an old system. They add a workout to a night that still ends too late. They add deep work to a morning that still begins with the phone. They add content creation to a calendar that still has no protected creation block. They add a new business goal to a day already owned by reaction. Then they call themselves inconsistent. But sometimes inconsistency is not a character flaw. Sometimes it is a design flaw. The day was never built to carry the dream. So tomorrow, do not try to fix your whole life. That is another way the old routine survives. It makes the change so large that you can respect the idea and avoid the execution. Pick one leak. One, not 10 habits. Not a perfect reset. One recurring place where the old version keeps taking control. Maybe it is the first 30 minutes after waking. Maybe it is the hour after work. Maybe it is the late night scroll that steals the next morning. Maybe it is checking messages before making anything. Maybe it is keeping your workspace in a state that invites avoidance. Name the leak plainly. Do not make it poetic. Do not make it vague. Say, this is where the old version still owns me. Then remove the easiest escape. Put the phone in another room. Close the tabs before bed. Set the notebook on the desk. Choose the first task before the morning starts. Move the chair. Clear the surface. Block the site. Prepare the file. Make the first action obvious enough that your weaker mood can still obey it. Then install one fixed work block. Not a fantasy day. One block. 60 to 90 minutes. Same start time, same purpose, same rule. For that block, you do not become available to the old life. You do not check. You do not browse. You do not warm up with consumption. You do not wait for the feeling to approve the action. You sit down and strike. The block can build one page, one offer, one lesson, one workout, one outreach list, one filmed clip, one product section, one system, one skill repetition. It does not need to be glamorous. It needs to be kept. Because every kept block is a vote that the new life can trust you. Every protected hour is a stronger pair of tongs. Every removed leak tells the old identity that it no longer controls the schedule. And when you miss, do not turn the miss into a personality. Return to the block. No speech, no collapse, no performance. Return to the block. The forge does not ask whether yesterday was perfect. It asks whether the steel is back on the anvil today. Your future is not waiting for a better mood. It is waiting for a day that can carry it. You cannot keep protecting the routine that protects the old life, then act surprised when the new one stays imaginary. The dream life has weight. Freedom has weight. Skill has weight. Taste has weight. Money has weight. Leadership has weight. The version of you asking for more must build a routine strong enough to hold more. So tonight, choose the leak. Tomorrow, remove it. Then protect one block like it belongs to the life you say you want. Do not announce the change. Do not decorate it. Do not negotiate with the old pattern. Carry the steel differently. Strike while it is hot. And let the new life find proof in your calendar before it ever finds words in your mouth.